should. I would take in the show with the giveaway, and you'll be standing in the front row, yeah. But have you ever noticed me? Did you ever think there'd come a day when I can make you hand in hand with me down at the other way?
And I'm here at Sparksworks with Kool-Aid and Lunchbox. How many years have you been open?
Here, 6, going on 6.5.
And how many years experience do you have?
Almost 30.
Wow. What got you into tattooing?
I have one of those odd stories. I started in prison years ago without really being given a choice. Luckily, I ended up being pretty good to start with. But that's basically the general story. He went to school for piercing.
I did.
He's one of 2 in town
that I know of who've been to school, yeah.
Wow. What style of tattooing are you known for?
Everything. However, I do, but my awards mostly are for like fine line, realistic wildlife. But I'm really known for color, my color work. And for several years I had a reputation for big custom, like, body contour tribal. Something that's drawn on you and then...
I definitely say color, dude. I mean, I get hit up all the time from people with the stuff that I have done by him. And they go, oh, look at those colors, you know. He definitely knows how to get it in you.
What kind of machine do you use?
Mostly I use art-level hand-built machines by a guy named Gary Shoemaker of Dank Built Machines.
Who will be at the convention.
Yeah, Gary will definitely be at the convention, and bringing several artists and several machines with him. Have recently started using a thing called Neo-Tap machines, which are like a revolutionary new machine in the business, and they're really changing the way tattooing happens, totally, and I've recently started using.
Who are some of your influences?
There's a guy named Tom Renshaw, who is like the #1 name in the business for like good realistic fine line tattooing for like wildlife specifically. And he's a big influence, a big inspiration. Boy, a lot of people, I pride myself on being able to do whatever comes in the door and be pretty good at it. So
rather than just sticking to one type.
Right, and so, there are those undoubted masters in the business who I could start naming, name for name by genre of tattooing, but pretty much anybody who takes it seriously, anybody who takes it as an art form, and not so much, as the money business that it's turned into because of all the, TV and all of the promo going on around it. But there are a handful of people that do pursue it as an art form, and those are kind of people that influence me. Those are most of my friends in the business,
Who does some of the work on you?
People everywhere, literally. A lot of it, I'm from Denver, so a lot of it was done in Denver. Some of it was done here by people. Have recently started going places like Detroit and Florida to get work from really big, high-name people. We have a friend in Florida, Heather Miranda, who's coming here again to the convention, yeah. And she will be on top of the business by this time next year. She is just jaw-dropping. The work is absolutely amazing. And she's influencing me a lot. She's teaching me a lot.
Yeah, I really like her style. I saw on the website all the stuff that she has.
It really makes you stop and go like, wow, I didn't know that could be done in skin.
And that's the thing. I think a lot of people around here don't realize You know, you got guys like him and some of the other people who work here, you know, Tox Ravenblood and Dan Christian and some of the, you know, especially like with Tox, I mean, and Chris here, these guys are doing things I think that people didn't even realize you could get done, you know, on you. People like Heather Miranda, oh man, she's knocking out stuff that it looks like you can grab it right off a person.
Literally.
Literally,
Yeah.
you know, it's crazy.
I'm all about getting better. I'm one of those people that if a day goes by when I don't learn something, you might as well lay down and die. I feel like I stagnate, so I'm always trying to learn and trying to get better.
What are some of the pieces that you've done that really stand out that you're really proud of?
I came to this town to help a friend. I did not expect to stay here. But I found a lot of people with pretty good money, really good creative imaginations, and I've done some really big, literally award-winning work here. And there's a big gorilla piece on Dan. There was a first place best portrait of wildlife a couple of years in Denver, and it is here again. It's one of those that just gets him stopped, in Walmart and stuff. His brother Jim, I'm in the middle of a really big, incredible back piece on him. That literally is going to, I'm sure, I'm almost certain, fingers crossed, going to give me a couple of magazine covers.
Awesome.
So,
And all custom. That's the thing with like the back piece, like that's all his deal. He sat down and did that himself out of his own mind. You know, it's not stuff that you can look around the shop and you don't see tons and tons of flash everywhere. This is the place where you come in, where you want to pick up a Sharpie and put you in a magazine.
we really try and stress the artwork here, the art form. It's not so much about the money. We have a little bit of flash to get people's creative juices flowing. Much prefer to do custom stuff, and we don't actually, we're getting that reputation. We don't have a bunch of little hearts and roses and names coming in. Even right before Christmas, when we should have been dead, we were starting sleeves and chest rockers and great big custom work. So
Yeah, and don't get us wrong, man. You want a heart done?
Yeah.
Please come on down. We'll take care of you, and you'll get it done at a good
we do it all
price.
levels of tattooing, but we are focusing on the bigger customs.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's hard to find too. What are some of your hobbies outside the shop?
Both of us, Lunchbox and I, heavy musicians, playing several different instruments. I play 12 instruments. It's one of it's the real focus for me in life has been. This is what I do for a living, and this is an art form that I chose to make my living off of and take as far as I could. But if you ask the world who I am, I'm that guy that wins awards doing tattoos. If you ask me, I'm a bass player.
Damn good one, too. He's actually filled in. He's actually helped us. I mean, filled in on shows and stuff that I've had that I've needed people for. I mean, and he can just pick it up and go. He's good.
Yeah, and most people already know about him and his thing. He's one of the most visual people in town. Russian-made robots everywhere.
I like that visual.
Well, then we went to the convention in Detroit, and in a place where people of our kind go and be grouped together, he was still standing out so much that people are like, I want to take pictures of you for the magazine,
so awesome.
and I want.
And I can't lie because I love that stuff. I mean, I do all of this to myself because I think it makes me beautiful, and so any opportunity to share my beauty with other people, man, I'm all about it.
What are some of your future plans for the shop?
We're right now in the process of taking the shop to a national level. We're really making some big connections and meeting some really big people in the business and being recognized by some pretty big people in the business. And it's pretty much, my thing. I just want to create a shop where people understand that there's more possible in skin than the little tattoos that you see mostly everywhere, and that this is where you can get that. I want people to understand that we pursue art form around here and come in and challenge us, give us stuff that we can take out to the national scene and go, this is what we're capable of,
And also the pursuit of art in general. I mean, if you take a look around here, you can see all the paintings and all that. And that's the kind of stuff we definitely want to keep coming through too. I mean, local artists who are doing really nice pieces and different things, don't ever be afraid to come in and ask us to hang your work or...
And literally, we try and do the art gallery section of this for people who have work that isn't necessarily like portraits and landscape that you see all over, the Native American work. If you're doing skulls and zombies and whatever, that's what you want to come here.
Yeah,
unique,
different
stuff
art
that's
pieces,
different.
Yeah, something a little more modern, maybe. I mean, you can kind of see what we have around. And
Do you have any advice for any tattoo artists starting out or piercers starting out?
Don't. The business is overrun. We're saturated everywhere in the world, and you're not. I know no matter what you see on TV, it's not like that. I work 70 hours a week. We're not stars. We aren't making all that buku bucks. We do this and we pursue this because we love it. So if that's the case and you really love the art form, do it properly. It's handled on an apprenticeship basis, throughout the whole industry, because there's too much to learn in a school and too much to be taught by somebody, one person in front of a class full of 40 people. It has to be a one-on-one thing. And so find an artist that you really, really respect the work, you respect the artist, and you're going to have to pay for an apprenticeship, but you're going to have to pay for college anyway. This is ostensibly going to give you a career, a really good, happening career, and so do it right. Don't just buy the stuff out of the back of the magazine and start hacking on people.
Absolutely, man. I will tell you, absolutely, if you really want to get into this industry, if you don't want to get into this industry, run to your house and start working on your friends, man, because you will lose the respect of all of the people who are in this industry.
And you'll lose the respect of all of your friends.
When they see what you've done to them. Yeah, everything has a proper channel, whether it's going to school, whether it's getting your apprenticeship. And if you're seriously interested in doing these things for your life, then do them properly. Don't just half-ass it.
Approach it like you would approach school.
Approach
go
it
into
like
it
you
looking
would
at it like
career.
you really need to learn this, and be careful of who you're learning it from. Be careful of who you go to, because just because somebody is in a shop does not mean that they can tattoo, and does not mean, even if they can tattoo, it doesn't mean that they can teach. Somebody had better have a good curriculum for you to look at, have a really good timetable of what you're going to learn when and everything. It should be just like a school if you're going to pay for it like a school. So,
And then put your time in.
Yeah.
Practice, draw at home, do what you got to do. Support yourself in your art.
Do you have a quote that sums up your life or your beliefs?
I'm all about change. Me personally, my computer tagline on most of my pages is what I am doing, or what I was doing last year is not what I'm doing now, is not what I will be doing next year. It's always about the change.
Nothing better than lunchbox. No,
It's personal life thing, hey. Everybody's got different priorities.
I really can't say I have any particular quote. I mean, basically, you just, when it comes to this stuff, the one thing that I always keep in my mind all the time is when I'm doing the things I'm doing, and when I'm cleaning my tools, when I'm taking care of the stuff that needs taken care of here, I just always remind myself, that could be me in the chair. That could be me in the chair. Is this what I would want to see? Is this what I would want to have happen to me? That's basically what I run off of. That lunchbox thing.
This is Mistress Kayla from 8 Beats Metal, and that was our interview with Sparksworks. Hope to see them at 8 Beats Metal.
Did you ever think there'd come a day when I could make you hand in hand with me down at the FOA?